Hey everyone! Welcome to Update X24H, your go-to channel for the latest news, hottest dramas, breaking stories, and all the buzz from the world of entertainment. We're here to keep you updated, entertained, and always in the loop. Hit that subscribe button and join our growing family, because here at Update X24H, we bring you the news that matters, the drama you love, and the stories you can't miss. Thanks for being part of our community. Let's stay connected, stay updated, and keep the good vibes rolling.
Imagine this. A beloved actor, gone too soon, and yet, 20 days later, his social media account suddenly lights up. Who is behind this? Is it a technical glitch? A loved one reaching out? Or something far more mysterious? Welcome back to Update X24H. Today, we dive into one of the most haunting stories shaking the entertainment world. The unexpected reappearance of Yu Menglong's account after his passing. It had only been 20 days since the sudden news of Yu Menglong's passing, and for many fans the wound was still raw, their hearts caught between disbelief and sorrow. They replayed his scenes from dramas, revisited interviews where his smile lit up the screen, and shared tributes online in an attempt to keep his memory alive. Just as a fragile calm seemed to be settling, an unexpected spark reignited everything. On the night of September 29th, whispers began circulating on social media. His official Weibo account had shown signs of life. Brief, fleeting, almost like a shadow in the dark. It appeared active, and then just as quickly, it disappeared. The screenshots spread like wildfire. Within hours, forums and comment sections filled with questions that no one could answer. Who had access to his account? Was it a member of his family quietly looking through memories? A friend keeping him alive online? Or something else entirely? For a public already unsettled by the mysterious circumstances of his death, this sudden flicker of activity felt like a message, or perhaps a warning, that the story was far from over. The curiosity was not only about the account itself but about what it symbolized. In a society where silence often surrounds tragedy, this single moment of unexplained activity became a rallying point for people searching for truth. Many remembered how quickly official statements had been released to declare his death an accident, and how equally quickly any discussion that hinted otherwise was erased from online platforms. Against that backdrop, the sudden return of his account felt charged with meaning, as though Yu himself was reaching back into the world he had been forced to leave. For his fans, the shock was layered with emotion. Some admitted it brought comfort, the feeling that he was not truly gone, that some piece of him remained connected to the world. Others confessed it left them unsettled, stirring fears that the truth behind his death was being concealed, and that the activity was more than coincidence. What united them all was the powerful sense of unfinished business. Yu Menglong's life had ended abruptly, but this strange moment suggested his story had not. And so curiosity grew into determination, an insistence on asking, searching, and refusing to let the mystery fade away. As speculation spread and the screenshots of Yu Menglong's account circled the internet, the atmosphere turned from shock to something far heavier. It was no longer just a curiosity about a flicker of digital activity. It became a symbol of all the unanswered questions surrounding his death, questions that official statements had failed to silence. The authorities had declared it a simple accident after drinking, closing the door firmly on any suggestion of foul play. Yet the lack of detail in their announcement and the swift erasure of online conversations only served to deepen suspicion. For many, the silence itself spoke louder than words. In the absence of clarity, theories rushed in to fill the void. Some whispered that he had been trapped by the unspoken pressures of the entertainment industry, where invisible rules and hidden deals often consume the brightest talents. Others believed his death was entangled with political shadows too dark to expose, with connections powerful enough to bury the truth. Each possibility, however wild, reflected the same refusal to accept the tidy story of an accident. People simply could not reconcile the image of a young actor, recognized and loved for his gentle charm and steady career, with the sudden, unexplained end that had been forced upon him. The mystery became more than a private grief. It transformed into a public battle between official silence and the public's demand for truth. Every deleted post felt like another layer of concealment, every unanswered question like a deliberate wall built to keep people away. And yet, the very act of trying to suppress the story seemed to give it greater power. International media began to echo what millions of fans already felt, that this was not just the passing of an actor, but a revelation of how fragile truth becomes when confronted with authority. At its core, the mystery of Yu Menglong's account was not only about who logged in or why. It was about the haunting feeling that something remained unresolved, that his voice had not been fully heard, that justice had not been served. In the hearts of fans, the sudden pulse of his online presence became a cry against forgetting. It was a reminder that behind the headlines and rumors stood a human being whose life ended too soon, and whose story, cloaked in mystery, demanded to be told until the very end. Beyond the headlines, beyond the frenzy of speculation and the cold language of official reports, lies the memory of Yu Menglong as a human being. For his fans and those who knew him, he was not just another name in the long list of celebrities who left too soon. He was a young man with a tender smile, a voice that carried warmth, and a presence that made people feel connected even if they had never met him. His portrayal of Baijan in Eternal Love was more than a performance. It was a role that etched him into the hearts of millions who saw in him a sense of grace and gentleness. To those who admired him, he embodied the hope and drive of a generation that believed talent and perseverance could carve a path through an often unforgiving industry. When news of his account briefly resurfacing came to light, many did not just see it as a technical anomaly. They saw it as a fragile thread of connection between the living and the departed, a reminder that the bond between a star and his audience does not simply vanish with death. For some, it was oddly comforting, almost like a final curtain call, a quiet sign that he was still present in spirit. For others, it was haunting, an unwelcome reminder of all the questions left unanswered, of the story cut short without explanation. The emotional weight of this mystery reveals something larger about human nature. People do not only grieve because a life has ended. They grieve because of what that life represented, the dreams, the unfinished journeys, the moments of inspiration that might have been. Yu's untimely departure left behind an emptiness that cannot be measured simply by the number of shows he starred in or the awards he might have won. It left behind a silence where his laughter and creativity once filled the space. In mourning him, fans are not only expressing sorrow for one man's passing, but also resisting the idea that lives and legacies can be neatly concluded by official statements. They are demanding to keep his memory alive, to honor his work, and to challenge the shadows that threaten to erase his truth. In this sense, Yu Menglong's story has become something greater than tragedy. It has become a testament to how love, art, and memory continue to live on, even when a voice is gone. So, what do we take away from this? Whether that account activity was a glitch, a human hand, or something unexplainable, it sparked a conversation that refuses to die. It shows us how deeply people care when they feel the truth is being hidden. Yu Menglong's legacy is not only in the dramas he acted in, but also in the unity of fans and people worldwide who continue to ask hard questions in the face of silence. If the story moved you, let us know your thoughts in the comments. Do you believe Yu's account activity was an accident, or a hidden message waiting to be uncovered? Thank you for watching Update X24H. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you never miss the stories that matter. Together, we'll keep searching for the truth and remembering those voices that still echo, even after they're gone.